Once there was an explosion, a bang which gave birth to time and space. Once there was an explosion, a bang which set a planet spinning in that space.
All right, welcome back, guys. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
As we said last main episode, it's the holidays, so we missed a week or so to be expected. This was probably the last main episode for the year.
Hooray, I made it.
So, yeah, here we are.
Thank you for tuning in for the last main episode of
and everything else is just going to be manga reviews, Gintama, and should be Goblin Slayer as well.
It's the end of a decade,
So
that's for sure. The end of an era, y'all.
Yeah.
2019 is over.
And apologies for last episode. There was some kind of, towards the back end of the episode, there was some weird audio errors for some reason. It should be fine now. I don't know why that happened. So, apologies for that.
It was the ghosties.
You know, you get that. You know, you get a twitch in the back of your neck. You get like a little rush. Pretty sure it's a ghost, man. Pretty sure. Just saying. So last week, I finally beat Death Stranding. I just really punched through that second half of the game, and I don't know if I told you guys this is my first Kojima game.
Oh, really?
I've played. Yeah, I haven't played a Kojima game before.
Did you get Ground Zeroes when it was free?
I have Ground Zeroes and I have 5. I just haven't touched them. But yeah, so God, like I was like cutscenes. Yeah, there's a lot in the end.
You know, this is your first Kojima game. Maybe you should probably head back to the Metal Gear Solid 5 games. Like, skip Survivor, obviously, but
Survive, yeah.
Yeah. No, I definitely try Ground Zeroes and Phantom Pain now. I think you'll appreciate it more.
I tried playing 3 on the HD collection,
Uh-huh.
and I'm like, I don't know about these
I
controls.
don't think that was a good port, actually.
Yeah.
From what I heard, I don't know. Maybe.
But anyways,
Death Stranding.
I was like, only things I know about Kojima games is a lot of cutscenes, some wacky shit, and some bullshit in a final boss, right? And yeah, that's all in Death Stranding for sure.
Did they have a end screen, like the hidden stuff they did, like in PT, where there's like
no, not really.
There's a lot. Like, the best way I like to describe those kind of moments, Carl, is when the game's not holding your hand.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of that in this game. Yeah, there really is.
Literally, the most of the end of this game is you walking to areas and then watching many cutscenes in a row, and then walking to more areas, and then a lot more cutscenes. The epilogue is like at least an hour long, I think.
If you had to give like the game a certain genre, could you do that? Like, is it escort mission? Is it just like a run and gun, or recon?
Well, this game has a lot of stuff in it. The main point of this game is to deliver, right, and then do inventory stuff.
It's a lot of managing.
A lot of managing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the main point of this game. You do have your cutscenes. You do have your shooting elements. You do have sequences for that. And it shows up more and more the further you go into the game. A lot of stuff. The one thing I thought was interesting with the game is I thought I was at the final boss.
Yeah.
It feels like, a normal game, it feels like we're at the end. And you even have like a final boss fight, which is different from the rest of the game, which was cool. And then the game keeps going, and then like you keep getting more weird shit going on. And this game totally goes Evangelion at the end.
Is it so? It's like weird shit in terms. Is it like weird shit in terms of like realities, like tearing apart kind of stuff? Or?
No, not tearing apart.
Okay.
There's just a lot of shit going on.
Everybody's returning to the LCL, right?
Yeah. Danny, I think it's more like realities added to realities, right? We're not like breaking realities; we're adding realities.
Yeah, because this game has the beach, which is like this different, I guess, dimension or something.
I think the first.
It's kind of like in Full Metal, Oscar. You know how like you have your door and like the truth lives there, and how that's like a separate thing you can do.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of how the beach is here in Death Stranding.
Oh.
Yeah, but it does so much more stuff.
They have to involve that whole thing about like having the BBs. And how they're like
there's the BBs
and stuff like that. So they have that whole nuance of like you having a separate entity altogether.
There's one sequence you'll get to in a couple of chapters, Julian, where
play it in the morning.
Where like you're kind of stuck, and I'm like, I was stuck. I didn't know what to do, So I had asked Shelby, and he was just like, "Oh, just do this over there." And then the audio cut in, and it's like, "Oh yeah, if you remember when you did this earlier in the game, you know, it triggered this, so you just have to do that again." And I was like, I wouldn't have guessed that, man. I want to guess that because it was like, hey, maybe if you read the emails, which I did, and I'm like, this doesn't help me. You know, I tried doing it and it didn't help. And then the final decision you have to make in the game, I was like, am I fucking up? What am I doing? And then I looked and I was like, I had to look it up. I was like, oh yeah, this is very Kojima of how to beat the game.
Do they have multiple endings or
no? No, there's just one.
One ending.
You know what's great about it?
Yeah, because you can fail the final mission, but it just says to retry every time.
Yeah, at one point, I guess without context, you take the bomb to some certain place.
There's that, yeah.
And I kept making a mistake.
Yeah.
And I kept taking it to the base.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you know what? I read that mission wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
yeah, me too.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh man, now I have to go back this way?
You know, what messed me up is Die Hardman told me what to do, but I did a lot of side stuff and I forgot what he said, and then I picked up the mission and then I forgot, and I was like, okay. But yeah, so I beat the game. It's if you want the story, I think it's worth playing.
So just get an idea, like what's probably the most unique aspect about this game that's, you know, different
Definitely
from
the gameplay.
every other games.
The gameplay,
gameplay.
The lore, man, when you get to Hartman, Julian, and he starts explaining a lot of stuff. Yeah, he starts explaining a lot of stuff, and you're like, oh man, there's just so much.
There have been at points in the game already where I'm like, you totally lost me. You totally lost me. But you know what I want to get into? Those like the
logs,
email,
the
logs,
yeah,
those interviews, yeah, those.
So there's a lot of lost history.
There's a lot of Grimoire cards in the game,
and the further you progress and connect cities to each other, you gain the lost history that's there, and you could read that in your spare time. I haven't read any of it yet. I only read a few, and I was like, I'll just wait till I beat the game.
I'm sure it's gonna be very interesting.
But Miguel's borrowing it now, so I'll just read it at another time.
If you had to like throw up a synopsis of like
of
without
what this
spoilers,
game is?
without spoilers, like what the game is, to like explain to someone who's never played a Kojima game, who's never like
No, I could tell you what the plot is.
Okay.
Without spoiling it, the plot is your name is Sam Porter Bridges, and you have to go across America to save your sister from terrorists.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's the main point of the game.
Okay.
This is the wackiest.
And then it just happens to be in this weird world where time ages you, where rain ages you.
So how does the delivering add into like aspect of the game mechanics?
That's who you are as a person.
You're just a delivery man.
He's a postman.
So the thing with Death Stranding is because rain ages you, people are afraid to leave cities or their bunkers, so people don't travel anymore. So it's up to these porters, as they're called, to deliver things back and forth to cities, and that's your job, basically. And that's who you play as with Sam Porter, Norman Reedus. Yeah.
It's a post-apocalyptic.
Do they have like a currency system in that game?
Yeah, currency is likes.
Likes?
Like
yes.
Smash that
like Facebook likes. When you deliver stuff, you get likes based off of your performance, conditions, all that.
You can spend likes.
No, you don't. No, you use the likes to gain experience.
You earn,
right?
Yeah, you earn. You don't spend.
Okay,
no.
So yeah, like a rank thing, basically.
Yeah. I mean, the closest thing to currency, I guess, is the chiral crystals. I guess. I mean, there's just materials to build things, and that's kind of really it.
And yet, even then, you're kind of still delivering. Because you gotta find materials around the world to help you build your structures better, to help you out in the game more.
Yeah.
I'd say 85 to 90% of this game, gameplay wise, is just delivering items.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Grinding. How many missions in total are there?
So they're called
chapters.
They're called episodes, which would be chapters. Yeah, they're called episodes. There's 13 episodes, but there's a lot of delivery missions. There's a bronze trophy for this game is deliver 700 packages.
And that would just be like
that's 700
items, right?
That's 700 orders. Because where I was at before I stopped playing, I was like in the 400s.
Do lost cargo count for that trophy?
I don't know. That's a good question.
So like if you had like one order that had 7 packages, like
that just counts as one, I think.
Danny, have you tried taking like multiple orders from one spot to another?
Yeah, I did that a lot when I was grinding and building the roads. I had my level 3 truck, and as I would raid mule camps to gain supplies to build the roads, I would just pick up orders constantly, and I got them 5-star easily for those areas I went to. Yeah,
it's definitely a game to experience if you're really curious about it. Okay.
Yeah, if you want to know about the story, which I think the lore about Death Stranding is pretty interesting. That's the main reason I kept playing. And then the gameplay wise, it's really just kind of relaxing. You can kick back. I mainly listen to podcasts catching up playing this game. That's like the main thing you can do.
Just bump some Pink Floyd on the side, and there's perfect.
That's nice.
It's perfect.
I will let you guys know if you are still playing Death Stranding. The last section of this game after episode 9, that's where a lot of cutscenes are, and there's certain points where no, you're playing this game, you're not saving and coming back later. You're gonna finish this section of the game.
You gotta call a day or two off for that.
Really? So you just can't save
Probably
at
just
all.
a day.
Right. You're just gonna have to go through it.
Yeah.
Because the only times you could save is when you're in your private room or when you're just walking around the world, and there's a lot of cutscenes and there's a lot of missions that you're in that you can't save.
Yeah, you could just pull up the pause.
Is it going to be like one of those things where you start a mission, then end a mission, but immediately you could initiate a cutscene, and as soon as the cutscene's over, you're already in the next mission?
Yeah.
Autosaves are pretty frequent though in the game, so you should be okay.
I mean, when there's a certain point after episode 9 where you could kind of pick up we're gonna be here for a while, and you could still save at that point. So, yeah.
I remember they had an interview with one of the developers on the old team. Well, when Kojima was on Konami. And they were the developer was saying Kojima-san wanted to have a week-long battle. At first, I thought he was joking, but he really wanted to implement a week-long battle. You could not save it all.
I'm pretty sure Pat from Castle Super Beast is accurate. The last segment, of this game lasts about 7 hours. So, yeah.
Hitting just that's a shift, bro. That is a whole work.
Yeah. Because it's mainly cutscenes that are about 10, 20 minutes a piece. You're walking, and then they just keep getting longer and longer and longer. It's just a movie at the end.
Between all of these things, because then you also take into account
horrible.
Well, towards the end, they actually get it's about the same. You know how when you boot up the game, it's the same amount of loading time. Yeah. I will say though the game
in between cutscenes, so that adds up.
I mean, that's booting up.
Well, that's because the cutscenes they last a long time, and then it loads into the next mission, and then
which is just more cutscenes. So.
Which is you have to deliver this or walk somewhere, and then more cutscenes. Yeah.
How much would you say? Because you just mentioned primarily that the game is focused on delivering these packages. So towards the end of the game, let's say Chapter 9 and onward, how often are you steered away from the primary means of gameplay and
it's actually it's before Episode 9. You're not focused on packaging anymore because you're I have to do this now, and then pretty much after that you just don't deliver anymore. There's one delivery which is the final thing you do in the game. It's the final thing you do in the game. But the rest is you get a shooting area, you get some walking stuff, and the boss fights, and that's about it. Yeah, and just mostly cutscenes. A lot of his cutscenes. Yeah, good acting.
Get your walking stick, boys.
Yeah, jeez. Yeah, and it really does get Evangelion towards the end. I'm talking end of Evangelion.
Oh.
Yeah.
Talking Third Impact Square.
Mind blown.
Yeah, I mean, Death Stranding is an event. It's not a thing, or it's basically an impact.
It's the beach coming on, forming with humans.
It's not the.
See,
that's what
I
was
when you ask those questions, man, we're talking into spoiler territory, So
yeah,
but that's
it gets deep
I'm
lore.
sorry, yeah, you're totally right. But that's just what I pieced together when he says Evangelion and all this other stuff going on. So, like I said,
you know how Evangelion as the show goes to where it's okay, this is pretty normal mech anime fighting giant monsters, and then you pass episode, I think was it 14, and then things start getting weird. That's how this game is. After episode 9, it starts getting to that weird area of stuff. Even in that mission. The final mission of that episode, I was playing, and I'm all right, this is pretty standard stuff, and then I heard a noise, and I looked up, and I'm dude, what the fuck am I looking at? Kojima, what is wrong with you?
I
Yeah.
want what Kojima's having right now.
Yeah, it's cool stuff. I was gonna platinum the game, but I gave up because I don't want to spend the time on that, dude. There's just
I'll look it up. I'll look. I haven't looked up at the trophies at all, dude.
I mean, there's a few hidden trophies that aren't about episodes, and they're not really spoilery. There's easy trophies to get, but just
There's a bunch. You'll earn trophies very easily. Like,
well, no, because one is collect all the stars from all the areas.
I'm working on that.
And the second area is just too big. Even when I have the zip lines all set up, like that's the fastest you can travel. It still takes so long to grind just to level up each area. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not spending the rest of this year playing this game. Yeah.
You got more and more important things to do.
Speaking of spending the year, I think Kojima really planned out to, have people play this game. Because today, when you boot up the game,
Christmas, it says
all the people have Christmas hats on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
and,
really?
and you get an email saying Merry
cool.
Christmas.
And you get an email saying Merry Christmas. They ask you for your birthday in the beginning of the game. You put it in, and when it is your birthday, you boot up the game and you go to your safe house.
Yeah.
There's a
birthday cake for you.
What?
Yeah.
And then nice. There's a lot of cutscenes with Mads Mikkelsen, and when you get one, when it's your birthday, he's celebrating your birthday, which was pretty cool.
That was nice.
Yeah.
This game's very wholesome.
That's
literally, there was a certain point in this game where I'm in my truck, I'm driving on a highway, listening to podcasts. I have my wife in the passenger seat. Like, this is just Kojima loving America. So, yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah,
I like that vision.
Oh, me too. He wants to go either a horror game or movies next. And I'm like, I'll take either or.
There's a rumor that there might be DLC for Death Stranding because the actor that plays Hartman, he posted a photo with him and Kojima, and it says Hartman will return. And there's rumors saying that there might be a movie DLC for this game about Hartman.
Damn, a movie DLC. Well, it's already face mocap and anyway.
Kind maybe.
Shit. Yeah.
I mean, if it's just pure cutscenes, I think so. Yeah.
I wonder how much people would pay for that.
You'd be surprised.
Question. I mean, this game is $60.
If it's not even like playable, like $20, $25.
I would go $20.
The fan base is dedicated already.
Because a typical level for a AAA game is around $20, depending how big it is. So
I'm just saying, you're making a movie and it's like $8 more than a regular movie ticket.
Yeah, I mean,
it's Kojima though.
Yeah, and after playing Death Stranding, I'm like, yeah, this is a movie game. It's like this wouldn't really work as a movie just because it's so long. Even like cutting the gameplay out, like there's a lot to go through for just one movie. So a game movie makes sense. Yeah,
I will definitely watch that movie if he ever makes one.
So, one last question. I saw they had an interview with Norman about him going through the development of the game, and he was saying that for a lot of the times where they're doing the mocap, Norman would they would cut and they'd be like, oh, he would relax and he'd do a sneeze or a cough, and Kojima would be like, do that again. It's and then he'd record it.
There's
yeah. I mean, he's saying that they wanted to incorporate it so he felt as human as possible, but with as much Norman elements, but still being an original character. I'm not sure if you saw that while you're playing.
One of my problems with this game is Sam Porter Bridges, Norman Reedus.
Yeah.
And my only main problem really is he doesn't really have enough dialogue, I think.
Yeah. When
you're playing the game, there's certain moments where you're playing, characters are talking and you're just standing there. And it's like, why don't you interact with the characters,
He's very edgy in this game.
Yeah, he's pretty edge.
Okay.
He has this
he kind of just sounds like Norman Reedus.
Yeah. But
personality wise,
has one of his own.
It's similar. It's similar to him as Daryl in Walking Dead.
You think so?
Yeah. Because I think Norman's personality is more playful. I watched this movie he was in called Air that came out a few years ago, and he kind of just acts like himself in that movie. So, it's mainly just him kind of acting like Daryl most of the time.
Daryl.
Yeah.
Not even PT, Daryl.
So overall, I think I would recommend the game if you want to know the story. Just get ready for the grind. I think when I beat the game, I was like 60 hours in. So
60 hours.
I was 60, and I was like 80 hours before I gave up because I'm like, I'm not going over 100 for a platinum trophy. I'm okay. Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Did you guys see? Did you guys see the Game Awards? They had the Sam Harris character in the audience.
The what?
Yeah, that's the Sam Harris guy in the audience.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So Game Awards did happen. State of Play also happened the same week.
That was.
So
I'm glad I didn't see the whole 3 hours of that.
Yeah, I watched the whole thing.
Dude, I watched it and I'm like, damn, I really sat down and watched 3 hours of this.
You know, watching the Game Awards, I was like, this is why I don't
Yeah.
watch the Oscars.
Right?
Oh my god.
You know,
It's
is it like
cringe.
this-
No, I'm just kidding.
is
Do
it
they
like
have a lot of great technical difficulties like they
No,
usually do?
no, not really.
This
There might have
one was-
been one time, but I don't think so.
This one went very smoothly that it was
Mhm.
just kind of boring.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
It was pretty boring,
yeah,
and then
but like it was, you know.
and then Jeff Keighley was super excited. He's like, "Guys, Green Day's playing right now," and Green Day performed like 2 songs.
Like 3.
Wow.
Or was it 3? I walked out at one point.
It's
I was
okay,
like, I
man.
gotta
I
take a
don't blame
piss.
you, man.
Let's go through.
You want to watch
What?
Game Awards first or State of Play?
Let's go through State of Play because that happened first. We'll go through it real
yeah.
quick.
Biggest thing.
Again, it's still like it was like 24 minutes. Still pretty short.
Yeah. I think that's how they're gonna do it, dude.
Yeah, I just kind of wish they had more, kind of like the directs.
Mhm.
You know, maybe throw in gameplay for some games. You know, actually have people talk about it.
It's just a lot of more CG and.
It's just all trailers. Yeah, so we got the Kingdom Hearts trailer. I think it's just the same one.
Oh, reminded, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
The
gotta
final
remind-
trailer, right?
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
gotta, remind you guys that it's coming out.
Let me remind you something, fellas.
It's fucking funny, alright? No, just kidding.
I can't believe that they had to cut off the ending and just make it a DLC. Like,
Have we talked about Kingdom Hearts, Oscar, me and you? Have you played the third one? Have you beat it?
I know about it. I haven't beaten it, but I know it. Like, I know what happens, and I know like the whole tie-in. I know how everything turns out. You know.
As I said it
It's a
before,
cop-out.
I'm still torn about that ending. But, I mean, I guess we could get a DLC.
It's-
whatever.
I mean, sure, if you want to pay, just like half the game for it.
I guess. But I'm a sucker for this series. So of course I'm gonna play it, man.
I just
I'm
wouldn't
gonna eat
want
this
them
shit
to-
up, dude. I've been eating this shit up since the early thousands, bro.
I just wouldn't want them to abuse that shit. You know. Like,
Same here. I just kind of hope this is it.
But hey, playable characters, right?
No, yeah. The trailer was really pretty. Like, to look
Yeah, it
at.
was.
There was a lot of things going on the screen.
tell me why what's her
Kyrie.
Kyrie? Yeah, tell me why Kyrie, like, out of everybody that's playable now, like Kyrie's just the one that's just like, all right, I didn't really think that you were useful before, but you might be useful now. Just don't have shitty stats.
I just wait. I kind of wish they showed like the whole training, her training with Axe,
Dude,
with Lee. I mean,
they're most likely going to do like a 3.5 or like a 2.9 or something like that.
They're gonna do a
Where
final mix. I think.
they would go
probably
over
do
their
a
training.
final mix,
Yeah.
and
If I had to guess.
like that's the point where I would want the abuse to stop when they do a final mix or 3.5.
Yeah. I still need to play Kingdom Hearts. I'm gonna go through the whole
The
series.
collection,
Yeah,
the
at one
story
point.
so far.
Oh yeah, it's on
And-
sale right now. I was thinking
yeah.
about getting it.
Yeah, it's like $20, I think, or
Is
15.
it 20? No, it's like
15.
30. No, it's not 20, is it?
I thought I saw.
Pull
20.
out your phones, guys.
And they got the phone game on top of that too. So that's even
No,
more.
that's in
You
that's
know-
in 2.8 or that's in the collection.
It's-
so.
yeah.
You know, Carl. I think I'm just gonna look up like
Yeah,
a
no.
synopsis.
I don't
Right.
blame you because like a lot of stuff you're sifting through at the very beginning of the phone game,
Mhm.
it's like you're just retelling like the story of like Disney World.
You could just talk to Adam because he
Okay,
plays
and
that
then-
game.
There's
religiously.
like bits of like lore in there. Just
Mhm.
you really have to sift through a shit ton of stuff to actually get the good lore.
To this day, and I think I need to rewatch it again. But
Yeah.
to this day, I don't get the Union one, the Union movie,
The Union
that
movie.
prequel movie.
Oh, the one with like
people.
the 5.
Yeah, I still don't get it, but I
Yeah.
gotta probably rewatch it again.
I don't blame you. I kind of get it. I get it because like it's like the masters of masters. They
Yeah.
set up like the whole world for Kingdom Hearts to like spread out. So that's how I interpreted it.
Mhm.
They're just like they're the seeds that planted like the very beginning of Kingdom Hearts.
Everything.
Yeah. If I had to describe
They're
it.
the origin story.
Yeah. But yeah, just a reminder. Remind that
You got that memorized.
got it reminded.
Got it
I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh.
We got more look at that Predator game coming out.
Dude, that Predator game looks so cool, man.
It honestly just reminds me of what is it, Dead by Daylight, just with predators?
Yeah, but this one's gonna look better.
It's gonna play better because you know what? I can see that you can do both sides.
Yeah.
And like the predator classes are kind of like they're. How do I put this? That shit is fetch, bro. Like that shit is definitely like Mean Girls Babies is awesome. Like that shit is ridiculous. I saw the female class. Like that was
you
my
can pick
favorite
female
by far.
predators, boy.
Step on me. No, I'm just kidding.
Step on me.
No, that game looks lit. I need my Predator fix, dude. I haven't had a good Predator game since Concrete Jungle, and I guess after that would be Alien vs. Predator by Rebellion on the Xbox.
Yeah,
360,
I
if you
remember that game.
one.
Wasn't that the one where you could pick either playing human, alien, or predator?
Yep, that one.
Yeah.
And surprisingly enough, I think the human one was the best campaign out of all of the three.
It probably was. I would
Because,
bet,
you're like, is that one point you're with the alien? It's like, it's kind of like a horror game. I won't be like, oh, it's first person. Like, oh, God, aliens.
They can come out of the corner.
Yeah, because, you can't see them. They're,
Forget, is this a 3v1 game or 4v1?
I think it's 4v1, yeah.
Okay.
But it seems cool, though.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Like, it seems like you'd be much.
Well, I'm glad you could customize the predators.
Yeah, right? I'm like,
that would be
please give me
cool.
like more than one costume. Like, give me the costumes from the movies, please. Like from Alien vs. Predator, give me the wolf predator costume. You know that one costume where like it looks like a skull, but like, it's like the buffer predator out of the three that.
It's like a night wolf / predator, right?
No,
like a native Indian predator.
Oh, here, I'll pull it up. But, yeah, man, I need my Predator fix. And I was really excited for the teaser of this game. And now getting a full-fledged game where, like, shows off gameplay and whatnot, I'm really excited for it. I hope it's not going to be one of those games that are, like, dead on arrival where, it launches and, like, people don't just forget about it and no one's playing online and whatnot. And I just hope it's not going to be
that's always the problem with these kind of games. It's it's solely dependent really on the multiplayer online.
I hope
there's been kind of like a very slow surge of those type of games like survival co-op now, because like recently we had the Resident Evil game that's going to be coming out. I can't remember the title, but it looks like it's the same format. Yeah,
the multiplayer game.
Yeah, the multiplayer. We have 4 players.
Oh, it's like
Left 4 Dead or like Evolve.
We started with an R or something like that.
Resistance.
Resistance.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
so that's cool. Predator, April 22nd next year. So it's gonna pass. It's after all the nonsense that's in February and March. So many games.
That one.
Oh, that's lit,
dude. Right? I want this one, Danny.
Okay. Yeah.
Nice. That's nice.
That's cool.
Did you ever watch Alien vs. Predator?
Probably like years ago.
Yeah.
Bro, those movies are lit.
It's been
Requiem was fucking lit.
That's the one where they're in Antarctica, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, very, very excited.
Oh, yes.
Oh, the next game they showed off was Babylon's Fall. This is the Square Enix Platinum game.
Platinum did what other games?
Dude, when is fucking Bayonetta 3?
Nier Automata.
I'm tired of these
Bayonetta, Legend of Horror,
Nier Automata?
Yeah.
They did.
Nier.
They did Nier, Bayonetta, Vanquish, Metal Gear Rising, Transformers Devastation, the Legend of Korra game, Bayonetta 2, Nier Automata. I said that already. Yeah. They have Astral Chain as well.
Yeah, Astral Chain.
Astral Chain, yeah. Okay, so pretty extensive. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this game looks cool.
Dude,
it's like medieval.
I love Bayonetta game. I love Platinum so much.
They just re-released Medieval, right?
Medieval, that's out. Yeah.
See now
that demo's is coming back. Yeah, this is gameplay for Babylon Falls here.
Yeah, bro, that's totally a Platinum game.
Oh yeah,
that's totally a
Platinum. Such an
game.
anime thing going on. Yeah.
No questions asked.
Looks great.
Is it supposed to be
you got
like
this,
a Dark Souls?
You got this DMC5 shit going on.
Looks like DMC5 and Dark Souls. Speaking of Platinum games, you know about Grand Blue Fantasy, guys?
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a new Grand Blue Fantasy game coming out that
Platinum
Platinum's helping make
Yeah,
And I saw gameplay for him. It
Looks
pretty
great.
Did you
fucking
get in that
lit,
closed
dude.
beta for that fighting game that Grand Blue Fantasy came
no,
out?
nah, I didn't.
But that game looks fucking lit too.
I
dude.
did play it. I played at AX. I mentioned it before. It's a fun game. It does interesting stuff. Looks super nice.
It's Arxis, man. And
Yeah, it's Arxis, so it's
Arxis
gonna-
has been killing it, man.
Oh, they've never been on a decline.
not not recently.
Well, they do Guilty Gear,
Right, they did Blaze
Dragon
Blue.
Ball,
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Fighters. They're killing it with that game. Dude, that game is...
and then they did cross tag, right?
They just released the last two DLC characters for Dragon Ball Z Fighters, right?
Right.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was Broly from the movie and
and Gogeta. I haven't tried
Super
out
Saiyan
Broly
4
yet.
Gogeta, right?
No,
the
Super
one
Saiyan
from the
Blue.
movie of the Broly movie.
Oh, I didn't even
That-
see that movie.
Yeah.
Was it Super Saiyan Blue or Super Saiyan?
Yeah, Super Saiyan
Super Saiyan Blue.
Blue,
Gogeta.
Super Saiyan 4 Blue Gogeta.
Ultra Instinct.
Ultra Instinct, Kaioken,
Dude, you want me to...
Okay, 1 million.
Ultimate.
Dude, you could add so much.
Super Saiyan 10 right now.
Can I just give them silver hair and just call them SSJ5 or SSJ6?
No, it's a Super Saiyan Blanco.
Get it right.
Blanco.
Yeah, fucking the Mexicans
Gang.
fanfic of Gohan.
Gotta give him like the gold link chain with the $sign.
GT and AF are still way better than Super. I'm sorry, guys. It's just been a...
Don't at me.
Yeah, don't at me. I saw some GT stuff recently, and I was like, fuck, man.
GT was like the best mindset that they had for like going all out with the whole alien versus
Dude,
man versus
GT,
human thing.
everybody hates GT, like how they hate the Star Wars prequels, but it's better than the Super, which is like the sequel to Star Wars, which is the new ones.
Point is, they're all anime. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Babylon Falls, that looks pretty cool.
Mhm.
I'm hyped to check it out.
Oh, yes.
To my surprise, we got it here at State of Play, but we got the reveal for RE3.
RE3, baby.
We got that trailer. Looks great. The redesigns are fine, I would say, right? For Jill and
Oh yeah, Jill Carlos. But
Carlos,
it's just
yeah.
all Jill basically.
oh yeah,
This was a great trailer. I think it was a great trailer.
yeah, it was pretty good.
Carlos looks like Miguel from Tekken,
Yeah, he does.
hands down.
He really does.
I'm sorry, like it's like his twin brother or something.
No, I totally agree with you.
Have you ever played the original Resident Evil?
No, I haven't been in the franchise. No.
It's a great franchise, actually. To get
that's
into.
what I hear. Yeah.
And they're usually on sale, but I recommend getting, and it's on digital, or you can get a physical too. Zero and the original.
Yeah,
those,
Zero.
Those games
Resident
are still
Evil.
so solid
Yeah,
to this day.
I liked 7 for what it was.
Okay, then yeah, you'll
Yeah.
definitely like their
The other game.
chronological numbers of it.
Yeah,
But this like Nemesis looks freaking
it looks
scary.
great.
It looks
Yeah.
scary.
I don't know if you know this, Julian, but they took the lock off the RE2 demo.
Mhm.
Remember the RE2 demo where it was like, oh, you can only play for an hour? Well, if you go back now, back in the police station, you can hear Nemesis in the demo.
Stars.
Yeah.
You can hear him in the demo?
Yeah,
How
you
did
can
somebody
hear him.
find that out?
Look,
pretty
man, the Resident Evil
Community?
base community are very. They're good people. They're very informative. They spread the word. They have nice conversations. They never get in arguments. They always like try to, because there's in the lore of Resident Evil, there's a bunch of mystery to be unsolved, and it's really clever what they did. I think, from my perspective, just left it to the player to really like figure out these offhand mysteries that are either discovered through, say, the notes you find throughout various games, or just speculation. And
One thing I liked about Resident Evil 5 was that they really tied in all that together. Like, they'd end up, like, doing loading screens and then, like, having all the little notes and stuff that you can find, the little collectibles. Once you collect all the BSAA albums, they give you more trinkets and stuff that you can unlock. And they give you, like, this whole backlog of everything that happened from Resident Evil all the way up to 5, which is, like, the end of the Wesker saga.
yeah,
Or no, actually, no, 6 is the end of the Wesker saga, if you count Sun.
I
No.
would say 5 because Wesker dies. Spoilers.
And then it's like...
Play the game already, guys. I'm just
6
kidding.
is like, what? 6 is like about Ada, I guess, more or less.
6 is more, I think.
I'm not gonna lie, 6 was a cop out. Like, it was good. Like, I loved the whole gameplay mechanic and stuff, but it was like, it didn't really feel like a Resident Evil game to me.
I love 6 a lot. I really did. I played the shit out of it when it came out in 2012. What I like to think about 6 is it's just everything as a whole because, like you're saying, it just gathers everyone together. And I think it is fan servicey to that degree. But it works. I like it. I love the gameplay. I love the action. You know, I like how they try to, like, you know, they try to bring back the horror things. It, you know, it didn't work, but I still like this game for what it is. You know, Resident Evil has gone places.
Yeah.
With gameplay and concepts.
Mm-hmm.
And
they're always trying something.
they're always trying something different.
Right.
You know, they like to take risks, the people behind making those games. And, you know, I like it. I enjoy it.
I was definitely expecting Resident Evil 2 to be like, you know, something that really kept me on edge, you know? Like, I thought it was going to be like really, yeah, like it was going to be really puzzle based and stuff. So, like, initially I bought it, like, when it was on sale. Mm-hmm. And I was thinking to myself, I had never played Resident Evil 2, you know? I have 0 and 1. Mm-hmm. No, I have, like, 1 of the remake because it was free, but I had 0 for the GameCube. Mm-hmm. I never played 2, and I never played 3. So when I played 2, and I'm going through it, you know, my first time, and, you know, I took my time, did all that, you know, and I got to the end, and, you know, they show you the whole, like, time record thing. And, like, after that, it was, like, my first initial jump into, like, the Resident Evil community. Because, like, number 2 is, like, basically a speedrun game. And, like, I was not anticipating that. And to be honest with you, I was kind of upset about that a little bit. Because I was just, like, all the little fun mechanics, like wanting to unlock infinite items, like infinite guns and stuff like that. Like, you can still do that, but it also requires you to, like, really trying to know your placements and know how to, like, get past certain areas as quickly as possible, like, really cutting and making dramatic shortcuts and stuff. And I'm like, that really takes the edge away. I feel like a game that you can sit through and beat in an hour and 30 minutes, like, isn't a game that was worth $60 to begin with, even if you remade it 20 years ago or 20 years later.
Well, there's a lot of content in that game to be given. I mean, there's the other scenarios, plus the Ghost Survivors, and, you know, the Tofu ones. But I do agree with that, like how you say speedrun. I see a lot of people speedrun this game. Yeah, I agree. Like, you know, in my second B playthrough of Leon, you know, because it's the same places. Mm-hmm. So at that point, you're just trying to memorize what you did the last game playthrough. And just trying to get through it because, you know, when Mr. X comes out, he's always chasing you. And then I think that's where it kind of little pushes the speedrun aspect about it.
Right.
But it's so fun. I like it. Like, sure, it's speedrunning, but it's fun.
The first time I saw it, I saw somebody do, like, a Claire A run. And, like, they were doing it on PC. And one of the things that's, like, really, like, peculiar, like, I have to give it up because speedrunners definitely like, put a lot into doing the research and, like, education and all this sort of stuff. They were explaining how, like, the PC has slight differences. Like, when you do knife animations on PC, it actually has more frames. So, like, most people speedrun on PC, and when they do, like, they only go in with their knife, like, infinite knife. Okay. Like, you can do the first boss, like, stun him, like, do whatever, just so that way you can get him, like, messed up a little bit. And as soon as he's, like, doing some sort of animation or anything, just run up on him and just start, like, hitting him with the knife. And you'll do, like, 12 hits per, like, cut. And you'll just do enough to keep basically knocking him down and fucking him up. And you can, like, make a 2-minute fight into, like, a 20-second fight. Like, at tops. Wow.
Y'all see those speed runs of the American Dad intro on Twitter?
What the fuck?
Yeah.
You haven't seen this? Oh, man. And it's just like,
super great, dude.
He's like, look, right before he puts the slippers on, his feet touch the floor, so you could clip through the floor and go down. And if you're fast enough, if you're watching it on the Wii with your GameCube controller, you could skip the whole segment to where he goes outside, and then that's how you get to the 5-second.
What the fuck?
The gold run.
Yeah, it's like, but make sure the newspaper doesn't hit your head, or else you have to read it. And I was like, what the fuck's going on?
I saw a guy take it even further, and he, like, set up, like, the American Dad game to his GameCube. and like like ended up doing like the stupid video from YouTube, like where he like just has him clip through the floor and then he like beats it. So like he was just like doing it on the game controller and then he like drops it. He's like, yeah, and he like walks away. Stupid. I love
this shit's funny, man.
But let me tell you something. Like world record ones are like definitely something that I like even like at a passing glance are like always fun to watch. Like you could never not be like entertained by like people who are like performing world record runs. Honestly,
it's especially fun to see like your favorite game get like beaten like by the quickest possible time.
Yeah, like I haven't watched them yet, but I saw Neo. People beat that game in like an hour and a half.
You beat Neo in an hour and a half?
Bruh. Yeah, base game Neo, hour and a half.
They do like
through every mission, like solo, like
yeah,
what?
yeah.
No, like out of bounds stuff or.
I mean,
I've only, I guess just main missions.
Send me the link. I definitely want to check that out.
Yeah. I just watched the beginning of it. I'm like, oh, this guy is starting fresh. Like a new save going in.
I wonder what level he was by the time. He's always going to be hugely under-leveled.
Oh, yeah, totally.
He probably hella memorized every enemy's moves.
Yeah, I mean,
for
the most, sure. I mean, most of the bosses are pretty manageable.
Yeah.
For the base game.
Except for the second boss, right? The what is it? The vampire lady?
Oh, no, you can handle her fine.
Hema, whatever. I hate that lady. So bad.
Yeah.
She has a
Are you on Neo?
No, I need to get into it though.
Did you get it for free?
No, I think I bought it actually. It's been sitting in my library for like ever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, I can't wait for Neo too.
Boy.
I wish we got some Neo stuff here, but oh well.
I hope they eventually release another beta.
I don't think they will because the game's coming out in March. It'd have to be next month.
It's pretty much done.
Yeah. And plus, I don't think they need 3 betas for this game like the first time. So
that's right.
Not unless they just wanted to do fan service.
I mean, the only real things is just all the new mechanics in the game and like the new weapons that they introduced in the open beta.
Deeper.
Yeah, like the switchglaive and all that.
I didn't get a chance to use that.
It's so fun.
Dude,
it's so
the Bloodborne
fun.
What's a Bloodborne weapon?
Yeah.
Literally a Bloodborne.
The combos are great. Focusing a lot on stance changing and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
Back to RE3. This game. Jill looks great.
Yeah, she looks good.
By the way.
You know, somebody pointed out that she kind of looks like, I forget her name, the actress in Resident Evil in the movies.
Oh, Mila Mikovich?
Yeah. But she kind of looks similar to her. I was like, I could kind of see it.
No.
Yeah.
They probably end up pulling that costume out on her. Or either that, or I know they're going to give her the Resident Evil 5 costume where she's blonde.
So far, we've gotten the
retro outfits.
The retro outfit and
for pre-order bonus.
Right, just like how they did with the Resident Evil 2.
Mm-hmm.
They gave later the classic costumes. I'm sure they'll give us the polygon.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
So, very excited. I want to see how closely they treat this to the original. I hope they have the dual decisions because you have some.
Oh yeah.
Game, you have like 2 choices here or there. The Mercenaries, I'm really looking forward to that. It's gonna be fun. And then also, it's that game's multiplayer is Project Resistance.
Yeah,
which is the new quote-unquote Outbreak. I like to think it's Outbreak because I like to define, when it's Resident Evil Outbreak, I like to define it as random people from the street, your everyday people just dealing with the apocalypse. And that's what I see here in this game.
Isn't there 2 chapters to Outbreak?
Yeah, there's Outbreak 1 and then File 2. There's just more scenarios. Some of them are canon. Some of the characters are canon. There's this news reporter named Melissa Ashcroft, and she's canon because
Ashcroft, right? That
Ashcroft.
name sounds familiar.
Because one of her newsletters shows up in Resident Evil 7. So I mean, that's years way after the events of what happens in Outbreak, which the events of Outbreak happen in between of 2 and 3, or within that.
Wasn't it like the night of? Like
the incidents, like it. You're right. That incident, I think it's in the span of like just less than a week.
Okay.
Because it hit Spencer Manor first, and then it hits the town because they go underground, fuck up the town, and fuck up the lab, and then the lab explodes, and that's how they get sent up underground.
But yeah, Project Resistance looks fun. It's also gonna be same kind of like 4v1.
Yeah, it is 4v1, right? You're
deal.
fighting Mr. X.
You're not fighting Mr. X. You're fighting like you're the enemy is the mastermind, and you control where like traps go, where you set enemies.
Okay. Oh, kind of, yeah. It's like Friday the 13th.
Yeah,
yeah,
kind of like that. And then your other characters have abilities to combat the situations that are in front of them. Class-based stuff. A lot of team effort is going to be required.
So you can either buy it.
Game.
You can either buy it separate or it comes with RE3, which I don't think people were expecting. I wasn't expecting that either. But I think
this was going to be a separate thing.
I think Capcom knows it's like this isn't really going to sell well
by itself. It probably will. Which is just an unfortunate mindset because I do love anything Resident Evil, but I think it's a good thing that they're bundling it with Resident Evil 3.
Yeah, that's fine.
So
yeah, cool, man. We got to look at Spellbreak. It's a fantasy battle royale game where you use magic.
That game looks great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's on PC already, right?
Battle royale.
Yeah,
it's a battle royale game. Yeah.
They're still making battle royale games. I'm just kidding.
They're still making battle royale games.
Trend hasn't died yet. If you do it, innovatively.
Yeah, I mean it looked cool. I didn't know about this game before, but we're getting a private beta for PS4 soon. It's coming over to consoles.
Hell yeah!
Can't wait.
I'll look into it.
We got some looks at Dreams. If you guys know, that's that game where you can make games.
Oh yeah, I heard about like 2 years ago.
I've seen people upload their creations on Reddit. Like I've seen somebody make Sonic on Dreams.
You can do a lot in that game. Seen from the private betas and all that, and that's finally going to be releasing soon, hopefully. So that's going to be cool. That's going to be hype.
They're making a game about you making the game.
Yeah.
Whoa. You can be your own video game creator, and everyone can judge you.
Man,
come full circle, guys.
I remember PlayStation posted that photo. It's like, yeah, somebody built a PS4 controller in Dreams. Like, this is not a photo. Like, this is a render from the game. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, man. Yeah.
And it's only going to get better, guys.
We got a cool looking game, Superliminal. This is that game. I think you're in like I think you start off in a hospital ward or whatever, but it's all about perspective of objects.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that, yeah.
Yeah. Looks pretty fun.
Or you could, like, zoom in, like, you see, like, a tiny chess piece, and you zoom in, like, to max size, and it becomes the same size that it is zoomed in inside the room.
Yeah.
Sounds crazy.
Yeah. It's very trippy once you start playing.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
It's like fixed camera angles, the game.
Yeah.
I'm down to see more of that.
It's nice to see innovative stuff like that, though. Because it's kind of rare to see that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely. We got a VR game. It's a Paper Beast that looks pretty interesting. All the creatures are made out of paper, and you interact with the world to help. I think they look like deers. You just interact with the world to help them travel. Like there's parts where like you spill sand or you knock something down so they can walk over it and all that. Cool VR stuff.
I want a VR so bad, man.
I think they really need to give it time to the point where VR becomes cheap enough for everyone to get it.
Yeah.
And then they could like develop a lot more games for VR. Just, it's a hard market to get into.
I would just wait for the newer models that would come out for next gen.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we're still going to use the ones now for PS5, but they're going to come out with a version 2. Mm-hmm. That'll probably be better.
Yeah. They need to make it like an economic version for sure.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's not
possible.
It's like $250 with the controllers.
I'm really interested in that Oculus, that wireless Oculus.
Oh yeah,
forgot what it's.
Quest.
Quest, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you don't need the computer latched on. You just have that, but I'm pretty sure it has like a short battery time though.
Is it just like you have a feed that goes from your computer to the goggles itself?
I'm pretty sure it's like Bluetooth.
I think it's like Bluetooth,
at one point, because you need to like get the games in there somehow,
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
So
cool. They ended off State of Play with some weird stuff. It's a teaser trailer for Ghost of Tsushima. We finally got more stuff to look at that for that game, and they're like, stay tuned. You're going to get the full trailer at the Game Awards.
That is the one game that I am looking forward to, honestly.
So
that's free.
I know, I just saw him had it earlier.
Yeah, if you go on Twitter and go to their Twitter page for Ghost of Tsushima, you can get a free theme. Oh, nice. It expires at the end of January, so go pick it up. That's nice. I like the music.
as the recording of this podcast, get it right now,
Get it right now,
or
gamers.
it's over in January. You'll start the new year without a free theme.
You're already ruining your New Year's
It'll be free
resolution.
themeless from
Yeah, so that was State of Play this time around. It was all right.
Yeah, it was okay. I just really
Yeah.
enjoyed the Resident Evil thing.
Yeah, for me, the highlights were just Predator, Babylon, and I guess Ghost of Tsushima. Because we haven't seen anything in that game in a long time.
What, you're not going to mention Untitled Goose Game?
No, that's at Game Awards.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which did happen. Man, we got a lot of stuff at the Game Awards.
Yeah.
But you know what? At the end of the day, I'm like, Game Awards was all right. It wasn't really like jaw dropping, like nothing really crazy.
Really, like, made me lose my.
Even with the big stuff that we got at the Game Awards.
Yeah.
So the first thing that showed off was this fun, cool looking game, Man Eater. It's that shark game.
Oh, dude, it's Jaws, man. That game does look fun, dude.
Yeah, that's a March
We
or
needed
May.
a game like this, honestly. We needed a game because the last time we got a game to that scale was the Jaws Unleashed game for PS2. And man, that game went places, bro.
Damn.
That game went places.
Yeah,
I looked like it at a walkthrough for it, and we got Jaws fighting Shamu. We got Jaws fighting the Megalodon because they fucking mentioned it afterwards. I'm like,
Oh
what
yeah.
kind of shark anime is this, man?
Wasn't Jaws 3 with Megalodon? Was it? I don't remember.
I'm gonna be real true. I never watched Jaws.
No.
But
But yeah, this game looks pretty fun.
Yeah.
It looks like so over the top.
Yeah, that's. I'm telling you, we need games like this.
Yeah, so that's May 22nd. That's cool.
All right,
And
now for that.
we get another trailer. Starts off with some animated cutscenes, like hand-drawn animation. And I'm like, what's going on here? You know, and it's setting up this story about this boy finds an alien creature.
Oh.
You know, builds the spaceship, sends him back to his home planet.
Oh.
He comes
Concept
back
of E.T.
20 years later. He's like this prince. He's all badass, destroying planets. And I was like, man, this game looks fucking cool. And what does he say? I'm a goddamn superhero. And I'm like, I'm fucking sold on this game. And then, nope, it's No More Heroes 3.
That should psych me out, and I'm like, all right.
There's a lot of psych outs at the Game Awards. Yeah.
Now, like, I've never played No More Heroes, which I should.
Yeah,
you
I
definitely
should
should.
as well.
But-
I can vouch for you on that one.
But that trailer really sold me because it got me like, oh damn, I'm already sold on this first concept, and then it's just nope, it's No More Heroes 3. I'm like, all right, well, okay, I'm ready for this.
Like, look, man, I think it's cool we're getting No More Heroes 3.
Mhm.
You know, that's a franchise. Like you said, I do want to check it out. I know it's a beloved franchise.
Uh-huh.
But still, man, no goddamn superhero? That sounded pretty cool, man.
Fuck yeah, man.
Is that about the one-liners, man?
Yeah. I mean, they're all going to be in the game anyways, but still, I'm like, you know, I mean, yeah. We got another trailer for Final Fantasy VII. Got a bunch more stuff for that.
You know, I'm really excited for that game.
They're gonna still segment it in episodes. No, episode 1 is just gonna be like up until
Midgard.
they have to accept.
Have they clarified on that yet?
I'm
Yeah.
literally betting it's just until they leave Midgard.
That's the end of this. That's the end of remake. Yeah.
Wow.
So
Done.
that's about, honestly, like compared to the original Final Fantasy VII, that's like 3 hours of the gameplay right there.
It's very little.
There's going to be a lot to do here.
That's like a quarter of disc 1, but just a quarter.
I've never played Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, I've scratched the surface a little bit of that game, but I know that's what a lot of people complain about.
but
Is like, is this really going to be that big? Especially because this is a 2-disc game, mind you, as well.
Wait, I'm sorry. Just up until you leave Midgard would be 2 discs?
Yeah.
That is definitely a lot. Like, I don't even know what they try to pack in there. At most, the only thing that they had available to you, like, then is just like, you go around town, you do a couple things, get a couple items, and then, like, you end up, you know, having to go over to, like, the circus or, like, this other part of town, and you do, like, a squats minigame.
Yeah.
And that's it.
We've seen in the trailers they've already added new stuff. There's like this motorcycle chase going on.
That's in the game, I think. You do the motorcycle thing.
They also teased Sephiroth stuff early on, before he even shows up in the game.
You
from
know-
from what I've heard and understood.
The very last thing that you do before you leave Midgard is like you're basically infiltrating Shinra Tower, and you like go and you talk to the president, and then like the president's there, and like just Sephiroth's there, and like this whole fucking thing, like it's. I want to say like what they're doing would definitely qualify. Like they could definitely like inflate it and make it long enough and make it probably worth your money, but I just wouldn't want them to make Final Fantasy VII Remake the next Kingdom Hearts project, where everything is going to take more and more time and more back and more production, more and more planning, like for what? Just fucking re-release it already. It's not like we were asking you to do everything from scratch.
But this plays way different. It's not, you can play turn-based if you want, but,
It's going to be here or there, because depending on how long it's going to take for everything to come out, and like I said, it's coming out in pieces, it's, like I said, you don't want to turn it into Kingdom Hearts, even though Kingdom Hearts plays ridiculously good,
Yeah, I forget what,
XXXX triangle.
I forget what was coming out, but it was basically
Square
like a back-to-back thing
Circle,
on
square,
release.
circle,
Like,
square.
I'm pretty sure, like, maybe the least a year until the next one. We'll see. I mean, if they're just like, let's just keep working on this.
It might be one of those things where they want to do like a shorter part of the, releasing remake now, so they can gauge like how interested people would be in the remake, especially like the newer generation, because a lot of newer generation kids
Maybe they just like, we need this out now, because they had to rework it, after CyberConnect drama. So
I think it might definitely play out like a Telltale's game, where like it'll just like be Final Fantasy Episode 1 Midgard, and then like the DLCs will basically be like Episode 2, Episode 3, Episode 4.
I don't think they're not going to do it. They're going to be separate games.
Oh man,
yeah,
that's going to be a lot.
Really
that's definitely not going to be done anytime within the same year.
You never know. The technology.
But man, I don't know. This remake looks really nice.
And PS5 around the corner too, so then I can imagine what.
Yeah, so the next game would be
cross-play.
PS5.
Yeah,
probably cross. It's probably gonna be a.
But yeah, remember, PS5 is backwards compatible, so.
All the way to PS4, or just.
We don't know. 4, yes. All 4 games?
I'm sure.
Not sure.
There's a caveat. It's not going to be all 4 games.
It's not going to be all PS4 games.
Really?
Same thing with the same thing with PS3. PS3.
I mean,
had a very
PS5 is still
PS3
really
I didn't know that.
a mystery. We've gotten specs. We've gotten a look at the dev kit, and that's kind of pretty much
No
it.
details on how they're gonna work it all out.
Yeah. I mean, heck, the thing right after Final Fantasy VII they showed off was the new Xbox, and we still don't really know anything. Like, they didn't even have it on the floor.
Show it what
I'm going to go on record and say I'm probably the only person that doesn't have a problem with the way it looks. Like, at all. Like, it's just a tower. Like,
me neither.
It's very.
I think it's actually really cool
Yeah.
with the green lights coming up from the top of
See,
the
that's
poles.
what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing is
It's the name. That's the
the
problem.
name is-
Xbox
the
Series
terrible.
X.
Awful of a name.
It's just called it Dos Equis. Right?
Yeah,
No,
right.
Xbox X.
You could call it
Or
probably
3
like-
X's, right? Because it's Xbox, there's 2 X's in Xbox, and then Series X, so it's 3 X, so triple X.
Look,
30.
man, we went from Xbox to 360 to Xbone, Xbones, Xbox Sad, and now Xbox X. What a great naming convention we got.
character arc, man.
Yeah, talk about a
That's
character.
some real
arc.
good character development.
They've had like
Oh.
two extra consoles more than PlayStation.
It's just
No.
Because it's PlayStation 1, PlayStation.
There's 4
PlayStation 2, 3,
PlayStations.
4, 5.
There's the 4 Xbox now.
No, there's Xbox, then Xbox 360,
360,
then
Xbox
Xbox
One.
Xbox One S, then Xbox.
Well, One S is just the slim version of Xbox, and then Xbox One X is just the PS4
different
Pro.
versions of consoles.
Hmm?
Different versions of consoles and stuff.
Yeah, well, they have their own series. is
they have
basically
the-
it.
Yeah,
had,
but no, PlayStation still has more.
The 360 had the Elite, and then they had the this is the cheaper one. It was called the Xbox Arcade version.
I remember Arcade. It just basically, it was an Xbox without a hard drive.
Basically, yeah.
That's like the Xbox Sad.
Yeah, and
Just
then
no
they made-
disc tray.
Then they made Slim 360 versions,
Mhm.
and then Slim Elites.
Yeah. Well, PlayStation 3 did the same thing.
Yeah, PlayStation 3.
There's the
PlayStation
original PlayStation 3, which
Slim.
was backwards compatible. Then there was the normal PS3, and then there was the new model of the PS3 with bigger hard drives, and then they did a slim, and then I think 6 months before PS4 dropped, they came out with the one with the open, you slide open.
Yeah, the grill.
The top, yeah. The grill, yeah.
I call it the grill version.
Yeah.
Grill version.
Yeah, Xbox Series
steak
X. It's such a weird name, especially when they said, like, the name is going to reflect the performance of the console. It's like, okay.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
I mean, what do you call your next console if you're not doing the numerical value, right? So
They could have totally called it something like, call it Xbox Scarlet, since they were naming it Project Scarlet. That sounds cool, right? See? Yeah, that sounds cool. Fucking trademark that shit, Phil Spencer.
Probably could have gone
No, I'm
away
just
from the
kidding. Just
Xbox
messing.
thing finally. Maybe
Yeah, I don't know.
the next thing. Game Sphere. It's spherical.
I love the Game Sphere. And then they showed off the first Xbox Series X game, which is Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. The game looks great. I'm just bummed out it's only on Xbox.
It's probably
Watch it
just
be
a
timed
temporary
exclusive. Watch it be
No.
timed.
No.
For sure it's going to be locked
It's
down
made by
soon.
Ninja Theory, and Microsoft
Oh, right,
bought Ninja
right,
Theory last year.
Right.
Yeah. Or actually this year. They announced that at E3.
Yeah.
When they bought all the companies, Ninja Theory was one of them. Yeah.
They got to make up for Scalebound, dude.
No
That's,
more.
that's,
Fucking pissed.
that's
So
how they
Devil May Cry is going to be an exclusive to Xbox now, I guess.
Oh, the reboot? No.
No.
No, because Definitive already came out before that.
No, yeah. So like if they make any more DMCs, it's probably.
Well, that's up to Capcom because Ninja Theory just developed it.
Mm.
Yeah. So yeah, that's I think that was the first next gen game they showed off here.
No, weird trailer, too. It was like, it was very much.
Yeah, I mean, from what Grant's told me, he played the first Hellblade, and I'm planning on playing it eventually.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a psychological kind of thing going on.
Tripping.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So game looks great. It's on Xbox. So yeah. Then we got to look at Godfall. We got a
This game
cinematic
looks badass,
cinematic trailer for this for
game looks
PS5.
badass. Their costumes look fucking cool.
It looks pretty sick. It's basically like it's like a looter game. It's kind of like Warframe, but like with fucking
gods.
yeah,
It's
basically.
what you wanted your fucking World of Warcraft character to be like.
Yeah, pretty
They
much.
do look like the
Yeah.
paladins and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those costume designs. Whoever wrote those, whoever drew or thought of those concepts for the costumes, give that person a raise, man. Those things look awesome.
It looks pretty good.
Give 'em a
Yeah.
high five.
And then they announced they teased a new Player Unknown game. Right now it's just Player Unknown prologue. So
like
yeah, like PUBG and all that.
oh what?
You know, Player Unknown is the
Oh right, because
Is the developer for it?
PUBG was the only one that didn't do like a season 2, right? Like a
I
remake.
have no idea. No, this is not a battle royale though. This is like a first person horror looking game, kind of like Outlast. It looked like I thought it was a new Outlast game.
So like a
But it's
real
just called-
Survivor
You mean
game.
Sons of the Forest? No.
No.
What's the game called?
No, that's Sons of the Forest is what you're thinking of. They show that off too. No, but yeah, no, this is just Player Unknown prologue. It was just a teaser. It was like first person, and this guy was in a forest, I think, too, or something. Yeah, I was like, okay, sure, whatever.
Trying to make it horrible.
And this already happened because the movie's already out. But J.J. Abrams announced that he was going to be in Fortnite, revealing an exclusive clip, which is fucking weird.
We can't talk about this because it's going to Star Wars spoiler territory, but
Please don't.
no, I won't.
Yeah, so if you want to risky
what the fuck,
reels,
dude?
if you went to risky reels at a certain time, then on the big like movie screen, J.J. Abrams showed up, talked to you guys for a minute, and then showed a clip for Rise of Skywalker.
I did see the little trips in the on Instagram and stuff when they were doing the lightsaber event. Like as soon as it was over, like they just dropped lightsabers on everybody and everybody
Yeah.
had them.
Yeah. Fortnite's wildin', man. It's crazy.
Yeah. That game has a
It's
lot
fun,
of
though.
crossovers, but yeah.
Yeah, it's still fun. Yeah, I haven't played it forever, but. And then they showed off Sons of the Forest, which is the sequel.
To the Forest. By the way, my brother's been playing that game recently.
The Forest.
It's freaking scary, bro.
Yeah, nice.
Because like you're surviving
on an island with like cannibals.
Hell
and
yeah,
shit.
dude.
So
Is
it's
that
like
the
you're-
game where you basically have like a tree house and you get to like make shit surrounding
Well,
yourself?
you kind of gotta, yeah, you kind of gotta start from scratch though. But like these people, like they stalk you, like you're just like wandering about, and you could like see a person in the distance, and when you try to get close to them, they start running away.
Dude, that's what I'm
That's
talking
scary.
about.
And then
man.
apparently they can stalk you from the trees. They'll follow you back to your base, and like they just scout you out, basically.
Whoa.
You have to wait for them to attack before you can kill them, or you can just go and
I mean, like they have a mind of their own in that sense. So, however, I mean, I don't know. I've only seen snippets and have my brother explain to some of the things about it. But like, you know, you could go to their camps and stuff, raid them. It's kind of like a survival game, right?
Mhm.
So there's like it's like a sandbox, like it's
I
big
think
enough
it's
for
a
you-
sandbox. Yeah, it's an island,
Okay.
obviously. So it's big enough for a sandbox of an island.
I always thought it was just gonna be like a perimeter based thing where like they were gonna come in from outside of the boundaries, you know.
Yeah, no,
Kinda
you
like-
could go to their base.
That's
You
great.
can get abducted and
Nice.
get out of their base. But like, you know, you're still trying to sneak out and stuff. It seems like a scary game because, dude, at one point you're not like the only people who have like, you know, they plane crashed into this island, right?
Oh, okay.
You're not the only people that have done that. At one point, like, Bebe went into this village, and you just see like this tennis group, just like all mutilated and shit, like with their own rackets and tennis balls and stuff. I was like, what the? Have you guys ever seen the movie Cannibal Holocaust?
No.
Ever heard of it?
No, that sounds familiar. Yeah.
Look into that movie, and that movie is basically this game,
Hell yeah. Yeah, I need a good scary game.
bro. It'll put you on your feet.
Nice.
Do you guys know what the lineup is for
Yeah, that's the biggest sequel.
free games of January?
No, I don't think they announced it yet.
Oh, like free games?
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
on
Plus.
PlayStation?
No,
No,
they haven't
yeah.
said anything yet.
No, soon though. I'm sure next week. Oh,
It'll be next week. They'll announce it because it'll be the week after that, the first Tuesday. Yeah, they're usually like the week before. Yeah.
I hope they do an extra game next month.
They're sticking with 2. They're just
Yeah, I
sticking
know
with
they
2
always stick with
games.
2, but sometimes they'll end up releasing a third, like second or third week into the
Are you
month.
gonna look into those?
Sometimes like Black Ops 3.
They did with Destiny.
Yeah, Destiny 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Don't you gotta look at like you have like a extra game because it's like an indie game or something. Oh, they stopped doing that, huh?
Yeah, they stopped doing that when
Oh, really?
PS3 and Vita stopped getting free games. Yeah.
Shit.
I mean, you get free packs every now and then for multiplayer games. I just grabbed up the Warframe one again. So
I resurrected my PS3.
Dude,
Oh, you
good
did?
job. I need to
Yeah.
do that to
Yeah.
mine.
yeah, I haven't turned mine on in forever.
You got an extra controller, bro.
I only have one.
Goddamn.
Yeah. They showed off Ori and the Will of Wisps. This game looks just so
Those games look
good.
pretty.
It does.
Very,
Yeah.
like some artistic painting but moving.
Yeah. This is a Xbox game.
Hmm.
Like the lighting is really like
It's a
vibrant.
platformer.
Yeah.
It's very fun. I haven't played the game. Yeah, the first one's free on Game Pass,
Uh huh.
so I might give it a shot.
Yeah, I would love to play that game too. Yeah, looks real fun. Man, one of the highlights of the Game Awards was we got the Muppets on there.
Yeah, that was really nice.
That was really cool. And then they were talking about Untitled Goose Game, and I guess Beaker's going in the game.
Yeah, I guess they're putting Beaker. I'm pretty sure that was like an edited thing.
Because
but like,
is a duck, no?
no, Beaker's down. It's the partner of the
Oh,
The
from
scientist.
Muppets?
Muppets.
Yeah. That was really wholesome stuff, and
Yeah.
Ikumi as well. She was great.
Oh my god.
That's so cute.
Man, she was so
sweet.
nervous. It was,
I know.
yeah.
Uh,
We got Weird West. I think that's that new game from what's that studio called? Wolf something. It looked weird, interesting. Like I think, yeah.
is it the one where like you're Ghost Rider with guns? Is it that one?
I think that's it. Yeah.
And, like it's top-down shooter sort of deal.
Yeah, I think
That
that's
one?
what it is. Yeah, yeah.
Ron Perlman is voicing that character.
Hmm. Oh, is he?
That's
Interesting.
what they advertised in the game
Okay.
trailer.
Man, we got a lot of trailers for Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, man. Magic's trying to make a comeback.
Dude, you know what tripped me out is we had a cinematic trailer for a card expansion pack. You know, like a new series of cards. Like they had a cinematic for it. That tripped me out.
What, they had like a video game for Magic the Gathering? Or is it
They did announce.
Like a couple things. Like it's gonna a new game and then an expansion.
Well, okay, so they showed off a
So the card
cinematic
game.
trailer for the card game, and then they did advertisements for the mobile game, and then there was gonna be, I think it was an RPG for Magic the Gathering. I forgot what it was.
You mean the one with the like how it had that GoPro camera angle?
Oh yeah, with that
Fucking shit.
awful GoPro camera.
That shit was funny.
That shit was weird, man. I was watching Pat stream it. It was hilarious. Yeah. Dude, we got the full look at Ghost of Tsushima. We got the release date, which was March, right? I think it was March or April. I'm not gonna lie, I liked the last trailer a lot better than these two for State of Play and Game Awards. I don't know, because I was more hyped with like, well, we got some of the gameplay, how dynamic like just everything looks. I'm still hyped for it though.
I think the game's gonna have very much of the infamous Second Son formula.
Yeah,
Like the way
probably.
that game played out and everything with its free roam and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's gonna, but like very much expand on that.
Yeah.
Which again, I love Sucker Punch because they made Sly Cooper.
Mm-hmm.
We need a new fucking Sly Cooper game.
Please.
Don't motherfucking at me.
Is
on
it
that,
still
bro.
up to Sucker Punch or is it Sanzuru?
Both, I think.
Is it both?
Mostly
Yeah.
Sanzuru though.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Mostly Sanzuru. But yeah, those who have played Infamous Second Son, I really hope you're looking forward to Ghost of Tsushima.
I like Second Son. Yeah.
Well, what is the premise of Ghost of Tsushima look like again?
I don't even know.
think
It's just
for a lack of a better term, or right, I just don't know the antagonist's name.
Yeah.
The Mongolians, quote unquote. It's like it was during like an age where they invaded Japan.
Oh,
And
okay,
they took
okay.
some of the islands.
Yeah.
And one of the islands your main character is from, and that island gets totally decimated by the antagonist
Okay.
side.
So
You're the survivor
Yeah.
from that island, and you're just trying to get revenge on everyone.
So it's like the retelling of like the war, but like from the survivor's aspect.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they got like ninja elements and stuff.
Wasn't there something more to it? Isn't he like immortal or something like that?
no, that's
Right?
Sekiro, isn't it?
That's Sekiro. But I
There's-
think
isn't
they're
there,
adding
like-
this concept to that too. Because
No, there's
it's like-
another samurai who's like infinite, right? Like he like keeps coming back every time he gets slaughtered or something like
Yeah,
that.
that's Sekiro.
That's
Was
right.
it
But I
Sekiro?
think
No,
it's
it's
this
something
concept.
else.
I think.
Is it?
No,
I
it's
don't.
probably a movie coming out because I remember there's a movie coming out like that too.
Oh, okay, maybe that.
Yeah, I don't know much about Ghost of Tsushima. I still don't know what we're doing.
I just
in the
know that
game.
I definitely love the aesthetics to the game.
It looks good.
Man, you know what looks good is what they showed off after this. That Chinese game, Naraka Blade Point. Do you remember this trailer, Julian?
Sounds familiar.
It's an action game. It looks 1v1 open area. I think it's like a versus game or something, but this game looks freaking sick.
Is it like a fighter?
Oh, this game.
Yeah, it kind of looks like it. Yeah. All the designs are solid. It looks like it plays pretty well too. That's one game I'm gonna be pretty hyped for too.
Is this Jade Empire? I'm just kidding. Who
Yeah.
remember Jade Empire?
Silk Road, bro.
Dang.
That's a lot of mobility you got there.
Yeah, colors look nice
You know
too.
what this reminds me of, Danny?
Huh?
The God of War Ascension multiplayer.
Oh yeah.
This is what this reminds me of.
Just better camera angles.
Yeah.
Better to get character
this is
designs.
Definitely like some For Honor type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too.
This game definitely looks cooler though. No offense for Honor.
Oh, that looks pretty cool.
Like I like the concept for For Honor,
Mhm.
but goddamn shit, that multiplayer is so broken.
Oh man, I had fun in the open betas for that game, but then like when I played it, I tried a free weekend once and just
Yeah, you'll get fucking right.
you got to keep playing that game if you want to keep playing. I did buy the expansion though the other day, so I might-
For Honor?
yeah, the Marching Fire where you get the Chinese characters.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so maybe I'll hop back on. Who knows?
Did
Like,
you get it 'cause it was cheap
I-
or you just
Like
got
I
it?
love. Those,
Yeah, it was like $5.
I love it. Like you're the headmaster, and you got all your grunts, and you go watch your guns, kill
Mhm.
everything,
Yeah.
participate in all that. And I love that shit.
They teased a new shooter game called 9 to 5.
9 to 5.
Yeah,
I like the name.
Yeah, the name's cool.
Catch it.
Yeah.
What to do in your cubicle?
I don't remember this game. They showed off a game called Convergence.
There's a bunch of games that I totally forgot the names of and what they're about.
Oh, Convergence is that League of Legends game.
Oh, yeah.
One of 3, I think, that they were showing off.
Making.
I heard like it's an Overwatch
One's
clone.
a fighting game.
Well, no. Here at Game Awards, they announced like 2 or 3. One's an RPG. One's like a strategy game, I think. And then I forgot what the other one was.
Definitely, they're making a fighting game for that.
They are, yeah. They just didn't. They mentioned it. I think they had like a sizzle reel of like what they're doing with League, and yeah, they showed off some of the fighting game stuff for that too. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So they're just trying to do more League all over the place. Just fine, I guess. Yeah. And then, to my surprise, we got to see the teaser trailer for Wolf Among Us 2.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
What happened to that company? I know they shut down.
Yeah.
All those jobs were lost.
Wait.
But did they ever come back, though?
They got bought out by a different company, and so now they're handling Wolf Among Us 2, and they did say they're going to use a different engine this time.
Okay, so
That's good. That's good because they were using, like...
Some old shit, right?
So, yeah, and then they just kept upgrading it by little, which was, like, the example was the most recent Walking Dead season. I think the final one.
Season 4, right?
Yeah,
The final
one,
season? Yeah.
With Clem?
Yeah.
Saga? Yeah,
Mhm.
it's nice.
And, yeah, I hope they do a new engine for Wolf Among Us 2, because Wolf Among Us was awesome. Did you guys play that one?
Yeah, the only problem that I had with Wolf Among Us, honestly, I played it on the PS3 and the Vita, and it was, like, the only thing that I hate about it is, God, it was so slow. Like, there was no reaction or any action that you could do in sequence, like, within that scene, that didn't have a lag time to it. Same thing for, like, at the very end, like, the very last episode that you guys do. I know the game is pretty old, but I still won't try to spoil nothing for you in case you, like, end up going back. But, like, you end up confronting, like, the person who was, like, basically behind it all, right? And, like, that whole time you had to make a bunch of decisions and conversations and shit. It's, like, always lag. You know?
You think for the second one they'll explain that final choice they made with that girl you were talking to?
I think
they'll
hope they
explain it 'cause
should.
I
don't honestly think that
shit
they're
made me
gonna
question the game, dude.
Right, it'll definitely make you like to want to turn like the whole game around. But that's actually what got me into like the whole like.
Did you read the comics?
Right, I have the first one. I have the first book.
So this is definitely a prequel to those comics, right?
Yeah, it's not really like it's like more or less involved in the comics, and then like later, like way later in the series, that like all kind of ends up taking a turn. What was I gonna say? For that whole thing we were talking about for like what's going on. So basically, back in August, another company called LCG Entertainment bought out the Telltale name and hired a few of their old employees to try and make it seem like it's the same company.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
make it seem
Wow.
Which makes sense because if they didn't include Telltales, then they wouldn't be able to use The Wolf Among Us Season 2. They would have to redo The Wolf Among Us.
damn.
Yeah, so they were working on it before. They're going to start over from scratch. They're using Unreal 4 to make the game this time. Unreal 4.
So it's gonna look
so
like
many games are
Borderlands
using
3,
it.
basically.
More cell shit.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. That's how the first
Looks
one was.
anyways,
The
yeah.
first one, yeah.
They're having a small studio help them out with this game as well.
Once that
It's
studio
like,
closed, like the Sonic Studio.
yeah.
So how do
I
you
heard about that news.
how do you describe the game for someone who's not played it like at all or knows nothing about the game at all?
Well,
It's a
Among Us?
very good game. Like this, the whole story. Basically, you're playing the game for the story. Just letting you know.
Okay.
Gritty fairy tales that you know.
Oh my god,
That's
it
what
really
is,
takes.
gritty.
It really takes all of the grim fairy tales into a whole new direction. Like, okay, let's just take a second to just talk about Bigsby. Bigsby Wolf, or the Big Bad Wolf for short, right, is the main character, the protagonist,
Oh yeah.
right?
Okay.
And so Bigsby is like who you assume to be a monster or a bad guy. And
Yeah.
throughout the entire series, like each episode, you're going to come across people that he wronged or that he's supposed to protect, because as the Big Bad Wolf, like, they live in a part of New York called, was it like Fairytown or like
Fable.
Fabletown.
Fabletown.
Yeah.
And they have a protector, but only one protector, and it's Bigsby Wolf.
So did they turn him into like a sort of anti-hero, or is
he's
he...
basically a cop? He's like the sheriff.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
cool.
So he's like, he's the sheriff, and he's got like his own little detective agency and all this other stuff. But like the story is basically you have like this murderer going around murdering fables, and that's not possible. Like something is going on, and like, well, not giving away too much. There's like
it unfolds into like a whole conspiracy.
Correct. Like it's like a giant conspiracy theory, and it like also involves other fables directly and like other bad guys and stuff like that. They bring back like nuances that are even way beyond grim fairy tales. Like one of the main bad guys is Bloody Mary, like from like the mirror thing, Yeah. And she really does like go into that whole mirror aspect thing. Like when you like confront her, and like she's very aggressive, like she's very crazy. She's
fucking
like,
hate her.
So they really are just taking old
her
like fairy tales and just like doing a full twist on them in their own telling.
yeah, and you can see like they all have like human emotions and stuff like that, and then like there is like one of my favorite things is like it really delves into like the duality of man and nature. It really shows you like that you can try really fucking hard no matter how often the world beats you up to try to be a better person, try to be a good person.
It's like the concept where there's no true evil, and if there is a true evil, like how did that evil become evil in the first place,
right?
Kind of thing. So yeah, that's interesting.
With the human emotions.
Yeah,
that's how.
That's pretty cool. So how does the game play out? Is it like decision based?
Have you ever played any Telltale games?
It's totally decision based. It's like every other. Okay, so a Telltale game is essentially like you have. I would imagine it's like just basically your normal inspection, question, and then review. Yeah, Heavy Rain is like a Beyond Detroit Beyond Two Souls Until Dawn.
Yeah.
The new game that just came out, the Scary game.
Scary
what is that?
game.
No, the Ship game.
Ship game.
Yeah. Just
Man of
came out.
Medan?
Yeah, Man of Medan.
Oh, yeah, that's the second game they made, right?
Yes,
part
but
of
it's
their series?
episodic. It's episodic.
Oh, is that what it
So,
is? Okay.
I think
That's
the next thing is
also
gonna be, like,
I saw a
different,
walkthrough for that whole game, so that's a very good. Yo, that game is also a very good game.
Yeah, I forgot that came out
Until
already.
Dawn
Huh?
or
Man of Medan, the Median.
It's just Ghost Ship. Like that, huh?
It's basically Ghost Ship, but it's not. Okay, like I'm just gonna tell you guys. So like basically like they have like all these hallucinations, and like people think like they're being haunted by ghosts and shit. But they had
I see
like
where this is going.
they had like the ship is actually an old World War I ship, and then they were still like messing with like all sorts of like I think it was World War II actually, but they was like still messing with like all sorts of like bioweaponry and stuff like, and then they had like this gas or something basically, where like it would make you like see things and do things and all sorts of crazy shit. So like the very beginning of the game, like you're basically two people from that era when the ship was still operational, and like you end up going to the cargo bay where you find that the crates are already like damaged a little bit, broken in, so like everything is escaping throughout the ship. It's getting in the air vents and stuff like that, and you're freaking the fuck out. Like, oh man,
I'm tripping balls.
That's that good kind of spooky shit.
Yeah,
it's
depending on your answers, you can either die as the character that you start with or the other character that he's friends with. And like, just let me tell you this, like I feel really bad for that dude, but at the same time, like that shit was trippy as fuck. Like he's basically there and he's talking about like, oh, I have a son back home. I can't wait to go back home. I just have to finish doing this bullshit here on the ship. They get drunk, so they end up getting reprimanded and, not court-martialed, but reprimanded and, like, thrown into shit, thrown into jail, and then from jail thrown into, like, the medical port. So, he ends up, end up having some sort of argument, waking up, finding everybody dead or everybody freaking out. He goes into the cargo port, and he starts talking about how he wants to be with his son, and then, like, lo and behold, there's, like, this little tiny kid, and he's, like, just fucking around,
Not the little kids.
and it's like his son, he's supposed to be what his son is, and he like turns around and he's like already dead and like bloated from like drowning and stuff like that. And like he just pulls that little trope of like that Chucky shit where he like pulls the knife, but like it just comes out of nowhere, so like you laugh a little bit, but at the same time you're just kind of like, what the fuck? Like that's creepy as fuck.
That's
fucked
up.
It was creepy for me, man, honestly.
That's how those games play, though. Carl.
Yeah. I've watched the full playthrough of Until Dawn. I thoroughly enjoyed the whole thing.
Oh,
It's
okay.
great. Yeah. I really want to play it myself. I never got a chance.
It's free, dude. Well, it was free.
Yeah, I saw it and I missed my chance.
You'll like it. You'll like Wolf Among Us then for sure.
Yeah, you definitely will.
I was reading the comic for it, and I was like, I need to play this game.
Do they
For
still
sure.
have it available for purchase? I mean, like, where's the money go?
So this is a
to
long
the-
time ago. When
No, I mean, like,
I think you can
can
find it
still.
physically.
Yeah. Oh,
You gotta
physically,
probably
yeah.
go find it physically. Probably not digital.
yeah,
I
but
haven't
the,
seen it
the
digital.
comic, I don't know.
Oh, the comic or?
Oh yeah,
You're
the
talking about
comics
game,
are
right?
you can get on Amazon. They
No,
have
and I
comic
think all the
editions.
games are back online because I saw the Batman Telltale games on sale.
Oh
on,
yeah,
on Switch.
right.
And that's a good game.
They put them on the Switch. They ported them.
I know Batman's on there.
Mm.
That's a good game.
I do have the Batman games. The Telltale series for Batman. I do have those. I also have the Game of Thrones ones. I didn't play those, but I was thinking about going back and playing those.
I was playing the Game of Thrones once. That game pissed me off just like Game of Thrones did.
Really?
It pulled some Game of Thrones shit like
Just doing it on purpose. I promise.
pretty early on, and I'm
Cool,
like,
man.
oh man,
I want to see the shit get buddy, and it's a cool platinum. Just get a cool platinum.
oh yeah,
You really gotta do shit.
easy platinums are Telltale games, dude.
Oh, so it's a key reference. Yeah, easy platinums, Telltale games.
Oh, nice.
And man, how do we end the Game Awards? Oh man, we're finally gonna get a look at the 5th character for Smash. Nah, fam. We're gonna look at Fast and the Furious Crossroads.
Why are they making this game?
Is it supposed to be like an MMO or something? Like,
I have no idea what this is.
They're just
This is just a game that does not look good. That just Vin Diesel and Michelle Rodriguez just shooting the shit on
They're-
stage.
They're
yeah,
really,
we're gamers.
they're really
Uh,
bleeding that franchise.
Tekken,
dry,
bro.
aren't they?
Yeah, are
Played
they
some Tekken.
are. They did the spin. They did the spin off with Hobbs and Shaw, and I'm like, what is this even?
I'm not gonna lie, that movie looked fun.
But they're like fighting a superhuman, right?
Yeah.
Idris Elba.
What? I thought this was
Dude,
racing.
Dude, I was like, when was it Fast 6 or 7? What are they on now? It's 8?
Yeah,
The last one was 8.
You know.
Last one was 8,
We're
right?
on 9 now.
Well, they're filming 9. Yeah, because Vin Diesel was like, "Yo, Michelle, I saw the trailer, man. It's great." She's like, "Why didn't you send it to me, bro?" We're like, okay, whatever. No, but there's literally a shot of The Rock, like they're on top of ice, and he's holding one of the missiles that just launched from a submarine. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? Dude, there's that shot in Hobbs and Shaw. They chain all the vehicles together,
That
and then it's just The Rock holding
bunch
the
of
chain
bullshit.
from all the vehicles and the motorcycle or the helicopters together. I was like, "Yep, this is." Yeah, I remember the first movie.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
Wow,
I'm not all about this. I'm just watching the Fast and Furious Crossroads trailer right
No,
now.
it looks horrible.
Yeah, it does look like a PS2 game, and like on top of that, they also have like this whole. I don't know when they started like getting so intricate with the whole being chased down, but like mounted car guns. Like somebody has a fucking Vulcan attached to their car, and they're
Who
chasing
played
you.
Spy Hunter a lot back in the day?
Yeah, right? It's exactly what I'm thinking. You know, like you're not James Bond, bro. Like you're just some sort of car 3, or at least that's what you were supposed to be. Like a car
It's
3.
just street
like,
races, bro.
Yeah.
Fast and Furious 1 to like Fast and Furious 9, and now you're international fucking bank
Yeah.
thieves, or like jewel hunters, or like celebrity thieves, or I don't know what the fuck you are.
Crazy shit, man. It's like, yeah,
I loved how when Reggie came,
yeah. Reggie had a monologue.
he
It was
had
really good.
a great monologue.
Yeah,
Really great.
wholesome moments of the Game Awards.
Oh,
Stop
And
bullying
started
Bowser,
playing.
guys. He's trying his best.
he had a
man,
bit. He had a bit.
yeah,
Game
a little,
Awards.
yeah. He took the award for Smash Brothers.
Oh, he did, huh?
Smash
That's right.
Brothers
Yeah,
won
best
something.
fighting game.
Yes. Oh yeah, and Sekiro won Game of the Year, which
I
was a surprise. I'm not
very
gonna lie.
much a surprise, but those games are really good, so I don't blame it for being.
I thought for sure it was gonna be Death Stranding.
Yeah, but I like to think they didn't do that for crowd control, because if they did do that, then they're gonna be like, wow, obviously this was gonna win because Jeff Keighley is friends with.
Well, that, yeah, and the game just came out. It's Kojima, yeah.
So,
And the main problem is, like, the game is really, the opinions are 50-50 on that game. So, yeah, crazy stuff.
but
It won, was it best
I think
game direction? I think it was, or
game
whatever.
direction. Matt
Yeah.
Nicholson won
Best performance.
actor, yeah, best performance.
Yeah,
It also won like best soundtrack.
that too.
Something like
Yeah.
that. Like even the composer for he came on and like, hey, thanks.
Yeah, Elon's girlfriend. Yeah. Oh no, Luden. I'm sorry. Yeah, Luden.
Yeah,
Then
Luden's-
Elon's
and then
girlfriend
Church just
performed.
came out too.
Yeah.
Did you know that the concept artist for that game, I forget, Yoshi Shinkawa, I think,
Mm-hmm.
made the concept art for that singer's outfit.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, like there's official art of her,
Wow.
like drawn by Yoji. I'm like, that's fucking awesome.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, man.
That's like a Rocky with Gucci.
Right.
Always drawing some shit, yeah.
Yeah. That's cool, man. Yeah, so that was the Game Awards. That was... Yep.
gives us something to look forward to.
Yeah. It just, it
Wasn't-
just showed off a
wasn't as
lot of
cringe.
games coming out February and March.
Oh, yeah, March is always going to be...
So
March and...
fucking packed.
What is it? March and September are always the two best months for games to be released.
So
March
it's
and
the
September?
the most crowded months.
It's gonna be the end of Q1 because it's all segregated in
Yeah.
3 months.
Yeah, it's all about making the sales for the quarters. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. In other news, we got the Mortal Kombat 11's getting crossplay, which is pretty cool.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
Yeah, a lot of more games are getting crossplay now. World War Z also got crossplay.
Good. Like it's a good game, guys.
Is
It's-
it?
It's
Yeah,
Left 4 Dead, dude.
I want to get
It's
it.
third person
honestly.
Left 4 Dead,
it's on sale, but
and
yeah, I don't know.
that's the best way I could put it. And
That's
don't
cool.
bash this game. I played this game and I don't find myself saying, "Oh yeah, well Left 4 Dead did it better." Or I'd rather be playing Left 4 Dead.
No, I
No.
mean, to be fair, like Left 4 Dead looks like it's a lot crazier. I'm not gonna lie. Like it gets a lot more difficult really fast.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Well, I mean, there's different types of zombies in Left 4 Dead compared to
Yeah.
World War Z. I'm guessing, right? Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Surprisingly, not portrayed like in the movie.
Yeah, I think Kill said he liked that game too.
Yeah,
He
it was
has
fun.
that game.
It's a fun
Yeah,
game. But especially with friends, at different scenarios, different parts of the world.
cool, man.
Great.
That's cool.
The DLCs are free too, no?
I think so.
Oh, nice. Hey, man, this is great to see for games. Red Dead and Fallen Order both got photo modes. That's cool.
Good.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I would love photo mode on Fallen Order. I've never played it, but I can't wait to.
I'm not ready for that Order 66 scene. I'm not ready, bro.
Does he do execute Order 66 in
Apparently,
the game?
apparently, yeah. Apparently, there's a flashback section of the game where you experience.
Yeah,
Order
because you're
66.
playing a young
one of the survivors of
not
Order
Palpatine.
66.
What the fuck are they called?
Palpatine.
Padawan?
Padawan.
Yeah, Padawan.
Yeah, you're playing a Padawan that fled and escaped and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And now he's older and he hasn't touched the Force in a while.
He's like, oh man, I gotta pull some God of War shit. So, I can't.
Yeah.
It's weird how every Jedi learns to make their own lightsaber, but like Luke has like never known that before.
But he built one.
and
He built his own anyways.
Yeah, he built his own anyway.
But it's in the Jedi text.
And he built a green one, so did that mean he like automatically became a Jedi Knight?
No. The main Jedi, from what I know, the main Jedi just use green or blue.
Apparently with green, you're more woke with the Force.
Oh yeah, you're more Force
If-
sensitive, and then blue's for combat, right?
Yeah,
You're-
blue's more for like Padawan.
Yeah, blue.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
it kind of
for-
levels you on that, you know.
Yeah, and then there's the
If you have
Other
purple, which
colors.
Mace Windu had it. Do you want to know purple?
isn't that the
If you
more
know both
Sith?
sides. You know
Yeah.
both sides.
Yeah, that's right.
Fuck. What did Mace? What didn't Mace Windu do that could have helped him in that situation?
Yeah,
You know. Fuck, man.
there's a lot of lightsabers, man. That's,
There's it's like less than 10 colors. Like I say,
Yeah.
8 colors,
Mhm.
something like that. There's green, blue, red, black,
yeah,
purple,
black, purple,
yellow, white,
gold. Right?
and well, that'd be yellow.
Is it?
I think so. I don't know.
I think there's two different ones.
And there's 7. I think I'm missing one more. But anyways, yeah.
Yeah,
They-
cool, man.
Mhm.
The finals for Street Fighter happened. I watched it. It was really pretty intense.
Oh, yeah, I saw the
Street
flash
Fighter's
for that
great.
too.
Dude, shout out
Laura-
to
Yes. To that
I forget his name, but he wasn't the
Edom?
winner.
Item or something like that.
Oh, Edom. Yeah, it's
Yes,
Edom. He beat Punk in grand finals, and he is not sponsored. He was there by himself.
Mhm.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Fresh, like a
Guy comes
guy
out of
from
the
the crowd. A
woodworks.
guy from the crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was playing. He
on
was
stage and fucked the whole shit up.
playing Laura, and then he he got
He
the
won
reset.
losers finals, yeah.
He got the reset and then switched to Poison, which was pretty crazy because I saw him playing Poison earlier in the matches and it was a little shaky, but he pulled through. I guess like that sudden change, can really make or break you.
Gotta adapt hella quick. He probably had a very adaptive mind. And
Yeah, for real.
That was pretty cool, man. And then we got the trailer for the new character for Street Fighter V, which is Seth. And he looks different.
Buff.
Buff girls.
No more buff girls. No, I'm just kidding. Get that.
Yeah, so Seth's a lady now, but he has the same voice.
Yeah. So it's a little...
It plays into the whole trap.
Well, he also has the nostalgia costume, which is his Street Fighter 4 look. So, yeah. I think this design looks great.
Yeah.
Looks really good.
The gameplay looks pretty cool. He has that Android 21 stuff going on where he copies moves, right? That's cool.
So we gotta... You got your Kirby of the game, guys, so you gotta think twice now.
There you go.
Yeah. So he's also included in the Championship Edition, which they showed just more trailers for that. Yeah. So that's pretty cool, man. Get me more interested in Street Fighter 5.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Street Fighter.
They're still they're never going to finish uploading all of that stuff.
Yeah, I don't...
Street Fighter 6 comes out.
For all the things I hear about Street Fighter 5 is people are kind of done with that game, but the game's still going strong.
Yeah.
They did announce another world tour for next year. They're breaking it up in 2 sections.
I'm sure it'll be the final one, though, for sure.
Yeah, so there's 2 separate. There's like a break in the middle, and then your points reset in that break. So they have technically 2 finals, right? One's the finals, but then one's like the big finals at the end, I guess. So cool, man.
I'm sure when that happens, they're definitely gonna announce what they're gonna do next. If not,
Street Fighter 6, I get it.
Or something, just something next, because. As much as it's good to jump into Street Fighter 5 right now, we gotta move on.
Yeah, because I think Championship Edition is March. Comes out March. Again, March, yeah.
Another one.
Yeah. And, I mean, that's supposed to be it for Street Fighter, I think. I think Seth might be the last character unless they announce at the start of the tour, like, a new character. Like, more characters, but who knows.
Let's just not let it fall. The Street Fighter 4 curse here. It took fucking nearly a decade just to get it. Well, not nearly a decade.
They're going to do another Street Fighter as soon as PS5 comes out. I know that's why they've been waiting so long to do anything else.
Street Fighter 6?
Street Fighter 6?
If they keep their contract with Sony?
Dude, if they could do fucking like a Capcom versus. Like
Capcom versus.
A bunch of characters of Capcom.
Everybody wants Capcom versus. Yeah.
They have so many characters to pick from. They have way too many characters to pick from. They got all these series.
Do Marvel vs. Capcom 4. Let's go.
Right?
Yeah.
Disney gets their head out of their ass.
Never. Just kidding. No, I'm not.
Sorry, you did.
I'm not. No, Disney's just... Nope.
When you guys watch Star Wars, come back to us. We'll talk about it, and we'll talk about how much Disney...
Yeah, man. We saw Rise of Skywalker.
It's like you're trying to flip a coin and trying to get the good side, but Disney catches it halfway and keeps it for himself. That's what it's like, man.
It's...
That's rough.
It's got a lot going on, man. Some good.
More bad.
More bad. Stuff that's just Stuff that happens way too fast.
I think I'm starting to get an opinion now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That we were talking about it earlier. I think I'm starting to
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to go home and finish watching 7 if I don't immediately shut my eyes from exhaustion and probably from eating. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna eat this fucking burrito. I powered through all of this just so that way we can finish this. I'm gonna get this burrito.
Hell yeah, man.
Gotta get that
Christmas burrito. It better be open or I'm gonna be pissed.
PlayStation showed off the new accessory on the 23rd next month.
It's
the back button.
Weirdest accessory I've ever seen. Honestly, just get a SCUF controller.
That's what this is. It's just an attachment. It's $30.
An official SCUF controller now.
It's $30. It's like, I guess, like a touchpad, right? It can act as 1 or 3 buttons.
I mean, it's cool.
Cool, yeah, I guess. I never understood the extra buttons.
It's kind of like the thing where, like, PC players, they like the extra mouse buttons.
Yeah. Which
Yeah.
I don't get that either. I gotta ask someone
it's
about that.
it's mostly for like people who like playing MMOs because like you got a million skills.
I get you.
Yeah.
So people who like
It's-
the multitask.
I understand for games like that.
It's more convenient because you have your left hand
Yeah.
on WASD
Yeah.
shift
And you could go
stuff,
through like
where you have to take that where you just press the buttons here. It's all mapped.
Also, you can basically set up 3 different patterns with your back button.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's literally back buttons, not a button to go back previous.
Yeah. It's on the bottom of the controller.
I don't know how I feel about that. Like,
It's a
when honestly do you need to really map
Oh,
extra
no.
buttons?
That's
And
what
it's
I
the
thought
same
about.
button. It's not like it has a different function.
Well-
It's not a new function altogether, you know?
The reason they made scuff controllers were for the FPS games such as Call of
That's
Duty
what I was
stuff.
thinking, because you could map like square. You could map the face buttons on there for like reload and all that. Yeah.
Oh, baby.
I guess it's faster reflex. Also, so you don't have to take your thumb off the analog stick. So
Anything to help you shoot one-handed, right? I would love to play games one-handed to the point where I can just like, I would like to play an FPS.
I would love to play Honey Select one-handedly. Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
that's what I would want to do, man.
You knew what I was really getting at. I mean,
I'm just kidding
Heck
out
yeah.
there, but I get you, man.
Play-
But no, I've tried scuff controllers, while playing multiplayer games, and admittedly, they do help. That extra like quickness.
okay, yeah,
helps.
no, I bet.
Nice.
Especially
I
with
think it's
my-
more catered to that.
Especially with my slow ass
Yeah,
eyes
it-
on
it
those
kinda-
games.
No lie, they're
Excuse
kind
me.
of a little late to the party on that, but I mean,
It's probably just a very niche audience.
Oh yeah, I mean, plus it's $30, so it's not really that big of an investment.
you think about getting one?
it's $100
Nope.
for a controller, buddy.
No.
Only if it comes in a variety of colors. It has to come in the same colors and matches the controllers. Otherwise, it's just not.
It's not the same, man.
That ain't very cash money.
No.
It's not cash money, you son.
No.
This
Very
was
little money.
this was leaked yesterday, but Patapon 2 might come to PS4, as well as we're going to be getting a FF7 demo soon.
Nice.
We got a leak from the PSN, so we're going to get our hands on that soon, I guess. Yeah, that's cool.
Never played the Patapon. Oh, and I think I played a demo for that Patapon game.
Yeah.
Did you ever play the other ones? What is it? Loco Loco?
Yeah, Roco Loco.
Oh man, I missed that.
Fun stuff. And that's pretty much it, guys. Other than Aerospace dropped an album. Sorry to bother you. It's
Sick.
a great album. One
Very
of my
sick.
favorites. Probably like top 3 of this year. A lot of good tracks.
Sorry to
Still got
bother you.
Solar Flare on repeat.
Heck yeah. It's now on streaming services as well, so I've been bumping it on Spotify. I only have like a few minor complaints for the album, but overall it's really good stuff. Yeah, so go peep it. Link in the description for you guys.
Yeah, definitely don't do the other thing.
Yeah.
Unless you gotta. When you gotta go, you gotta go.
Just not on the computer.
So that's gonna wrap us up, guys. That's
Or
all.
where I go use the one-handed thing, Oscar. No, I'm just kidding.
We're gonna play one-handed video games.
Futures now.
And
But
jerk
that's
the
it.
other off with the other hand.
If you ever want to contact us at
You can do that at unversedpodcast@gmail.com. You can follow us at Unversed Podcast anywhere you go. Stay updated on the episodes. And this is the last main episode for the year. We're just New Gintama will be this week with me and Grant still going forward with that. And I think that's it for 2019. man.
2019.
Hooray, we did it.
I thought this was a pretty
Merry
great,
Christmas.
a decent year.
It's a pretty good year.
Um,
A wildin' year.
Oh,
Talk
very
about- I don't
wildin', bro.
I don't know how many times where I'm like, this is the best timeline. This is the weirdest timeline.
Yeah. Or
You
what
know.
a great time to be alive. and
Yeah,
whatnot.
and-
What a good time.
My highlight for the year is going to be Tekken for sure. Like
yeah.
Evo and
Fuck.
Grand Finals.
World Finals was so good.
Oh,
That
man.
second grand final. was dope.
Tekken
That was
is lit. Tekken is lit.
Nobody saw that
Oh
coming.
my god.
I love Tekken.
Just change that stupid Akuma meta, dude. I'm tired of
Oh
this shit.
my god!
Tired of this.
All
shit.
over the place.
Get some
Akuma's
variety.
crazy.
Nah, but he is fucking crazy
Yeah,
though.
they really need to balance a lot more stuff
Yeah.
then.
Next patch.
Okay,
But
bye.
yeah. Goodbye,
Yeah, well, next
everybody.
patch because Leroy and Ganryu, and then the new Seth the new
The
Muay Thai
Thai
Muay Thai guy.
Muay
Yeah,
Thai.
the Sagat looking guy.
Fuck your mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know, like, honestly. So, okay, but can I say one thing about his appearance?
Yeah.
Does anybody else have a problem with his fucking sides? Like, his lower abdominal?
Dude, he's a Baki the
Is
grappler character.
fucking
That's what I was
retarded.
thinking,
Like,
too.
it's all gone. Like, it's just not there.
Where are her organs?
Yeah.
I'm just
I
kidding.
mean, personally, it doesn't bug me because like they did it purely in terms of the design aesthetics.
I mean,
And I get
honestly,
that, you know.
if you look at most of the male characters in Tekken, like look at Akuma's arms, like Jesus Christ, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
You know, when we were playing
And
earlier,
ripped.
and it was like, what, Gigas versus Alyssa, or like Alice the robot?
Alice, yeah.
I noticed that legitimately, like, not even trying to be in like that kind of person, but like his butt cheek is literally bigger than her face. One
Heck
butt cheek
yeah,
is
man.
bigger than her face.
yeah,
Dude, that's why I'm playing this game.
Yeah.
Kidding me?
It's
Those,
it sets unrealistic standards for men.
Work those glutes.
It's appealing to the male fantasy, bro.
Yeah, man.
male beauty.
Yeah. So thanks for listening, guys. Thanks for sticking with us for the year. Another year
Here's
passed.
to a great 2020.
Oh
Merry
yeah.
Christmas.
It will be a good one.
Merry Christmas,
Happy
indeed.
Christmas.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy holidays.
Hope you guys.
Kwanzaa.
Hope everyone's
Kwanzaa
having a
stuff.
good time.
Anyone who's over 21, drink some eggnog.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't get to do this,
Smoke
but eat a gingerbread
Yeah, I didn't
Eat a
do that.
gingerbread.
Yeah.
before Santa does.
Yeah.
Motherfucker needs to lose
That-
weight.
that-
No, I'm just
no,
kidding.
that guy.
Be careful if you decide to inject some marijuanas before the holidays.
Yeah. Especially don't give it to Santa's cookies either.
Do not inject your marijuanas in Santa's cookies.
No.
He has to ride his sleigh.
Yep.
That is a DUI.
None of those reindeers have licenses, guys.
No.
There's no
No.
DDDs.
No.
There's no DDs in the air,
I don't know.
guys.
I don't know what the flight code for those deers are.
We'll be doing Star Wars and our annual movie ranking episode. So look forward to all that, guys. So thanks for listening. Enjoy the rest of the year.
First, Gage just wanted me to start this off like fuck logic. Cause there's no logic in the feeling, you just trust the process. Such as progress, not an option when the proof is constant. In a constant move, the loss is soothe the market. Bird, what's the word, nigga? You looking pretty pale and rats are too concerned with snakes to stay in the pack. My wolf gang like Amadeus. Ain't no player in a game with changing rules is favored. Bend the knee and save my soul. My wars with useless racists, rapists, false saviors, child betas, manipulators, traitors, and everyone adjacent. Dead space and everyone's in stasis. Watch your life go out at 10 paces. We separating like we need this spacing. Said she was my girl, but was too fucking angry to hold the face in. She took a flash, addicted pacing.